hell was that?
Who you think? Stash.
Who else could it possibly be?
Whoever's with him.
I'm well behaved.
Yeah.
Mostly. Never.
Ah, it could be the perfect cover.
It is. It usually works well.
Never trust the quiet ones.
Never know
Well, you
what
shouldn't really trust the noisy ones, eh, Strelok?
I'm both noisy and quiet. What about that?
I've
Never
never known
quiet.
you to be quiet.
Nah, yeah,
Well,
you
you
can't pull
barely
that off.
hear me sometimes.
If you just could disable the names being shown in Shift P mode, you could really do some nice pictures.
I'll drop off and put the MSP so we can use it.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just put this out of the way so it won't get hit by random fire.
Right, all out.
Oh, we're on the wrong.
There you are, Murphy. If you drop it by 90, I think it's probably the best bet.
Yeah. Murphy?
Vasco, when you're doing
Yeah.
what,
Into the object.
what loadout do you tend to have
This
to go
one.
as?
Sorry, comms tight. Say again, Stokes.
I said, what loadout do you tend to have your ICs using?
What loadout do I tend to have?
The 2IC, the Ben Group Commander using.
Usually a sniper or
User
medic.
disconnected from
I
your
was
channel.
going to say the
Being
medic's
the
probably the
sniper
better
weapon is
binos.
best with the gun group because it offers range support.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because you get the binos with the medic.
Yeah.
Which is useful.
Oh, do you want Stoke go to IC then?
No, you go 2IC, Morley, but I'm just...
He
I've got a
doesn't
medic. Got binos.
Okay, we're all here. Just a quick heads up. Where are our Germans?
Germans sighted, medium
Yeah,
distance
here.
west.
Can we shoot them?
No,
Where
Not
are
yet.
your
shoot
papers?
them.
Oh, come on.
Right.
For you, the vote is over!
They're here for a game of footy.
Okay, if you'd like to come over here, we're flipping the point, not that it matters.
Ah, Germans!
Stop firing.
There's nowhere near them.
That's all right. Okay, gentlemen, if you could form a single line, the section in front of me.
Over here, guys.
Which one are you?
I'm on the
Running
way.
to the
The
commander.
one with the SMG bouncing up and down all on his own.
He's the blueberry.
Yep, be the only blue one there. All right, in the line, those who've been allocated to the gun group, stand over here on your right. So we've got Bren Gunner, good. We have the medic,
I'm coming.
all right, and Sergeant Morley when he arrives. Right, rifle group, over here. That's it, just forming a line. All right, the first we're going to do is set you up in pairs. As a lone soldier, unless you're a sniper miles away from anywhere, your life really is dependent upon the amount of support you have around you. This game gives us a view of the world which is equivalent of looking through the bottom of an open cornflakes packet box, simply because we have absolutely no peripheral vision. We may have a good 60-degree arc in front of us, but the remainder, we're completely blind. So you work in pairs. One guy covers the other. And we work these pairs in a number of scenarios for room clearing, for section attacks, for laying smoke, for throwing grenades. The guy you're with is your best friend in the world. Keep him alive and stick with him. He'll keep you alive too. Now, section commander, where are you? There you are, engaged. You would usually run with either the radio operator or the medic as your number 2. In this case, because the radio operators now carry SMGs, it would be better to have the medic with you. So come over here. So section commander plus rifle group medic, step forward. Right, you two are a pair. For the purposes of any drills, engage is number 1. Stokes, you're number 2. Right, next section, what do we have a look? Rifles, right. Next team, radio operator and Nobby. You'll be the second pairing, with Tommy being number 1, Nobby being number 2. You two guys, what specialist weapons are you carrying?
I'm a grenadier.
Grenadier,
Just
Ilwan?
a rifle. Just a
Just
rifle.
a rifle. Okay. You are the third pair. Straylock, you're number 1. Ilwan, you're number 2. Stick close to each other. Right. The Bren team is a little bit different because there is only one number 1, and that is the Bren gun. The number 2s, there'll be 2 of you, which will be Sergeant Morley and Joe Shin.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! So everybody, if I call number 1s for the gun group, it's the Bren gunner. Number 2s is everybody else. All right. Anybody not understand what we've done and why we're doing it?
All clear.
Yep, I'll take that as all clear.
We got it.
Right, the first thing we're going to do is moving as a section. If you look at a map during a game, you find all sorts of things going on. It usually involves a blueberry with a number being out in front and then a long ant trail behind him as everybody's coming out of the spawn point and running to catch up. We do not do that. We move as a unit, we fight as a unit. Running into a situation on your own will only get you killed and back at the respawn point, reducing our number of tickets. So, we move as a unit. Now, for that purpose, we've actually got 1, 2, 3 formations we use. These are actual formations which are used in the military services and were common in the British Army during the war. But there are more, but these are the most practical ones to use in this particular game. Reason being that some of the wider formations require you to look left and right all the time, and the amount of time you're trying to stay formed on the guy to one side of you is time you're not actually spent looking for the enemy. So the first one, and as we're all experienced, I will ask you if you want any of these demonstrated. Single file. Single file is separate. We'll do it simply because I want to demonstrate the spacings. Common issue with a lot of blueberry squads, the guy out in front is the section commander. Not good. If he dies, everybody is left going, well, what are we going to do now? So within the rifle section, the section commander would nominate a pair, one of which is the point man to go first. In this particular instance, Straylock, you are the point man. You know what that means?
Yes.
Good. All right. L1, you would follow on from him. We would then usually put the section commander's pair behind you. Section commander.
Present.
Yeah, and section commander's number 2. Good. Which is ideal because it leaves the radio group and the other pair behind them. Gun group, fall on at the rear. Right. You can put it's up to the section commander on the disposition of the forces, but if you've got the gun group on the rear and the point man runs into trouble, he can deploy the gun group to the left or right as the situation dictates. And they've got enough space to get themselves into a position without getting shot at. Now, the big thing in this movement is spacing. Leave about 5 to 7 yards between each one of you. The reason for that is a grenade is only likely to take out one guy and not 3. So when the point man leads off, in this case, Straylock, follow me. And when I move out of the line, continue on. I just want you to take a turn around the field, and I'll just have a look for spacing. So, Straylock, prepare to move. Move. Follow me. Now, continue along this line. I'm going to drop out of the line and just have a look. Keep going around the thing.
Keep going, Wood.
Right. Everybody else, follow on behind. Straylock, stop. And carry on. Continue. Okay, distance between the first pair, good. Second, good. This is good. Pull up a bit closer, radio man. That's good. And just continue along the road and then back onto the field.
Yeah, just turn around there and we'll take his go back onto the field.
Points to notes. The point man is keeping an eye out for danger in the front. If he drops down into a crouch, or starts crawling, it's because he's come across an area of cover which is insufficient to cover him if he's stood up. If you're following on behind him, you do not go prone or crouch immediately. You move forward to the point he did and follow in his maneuver. You'll see why if he's a good point man. Once the point man gets up and continues moving, mark that point and do exactly the same. Okay, again, radio man's falling behind a bit. Tommy, pick it up. That's it. Right, we generally move at a jog, which is just the W key. Okay. Come back towards me, Straylock. Everybody else just form out into a line. Reason being is one of the biggest things we need to conserve in combat is stamina. And that stamina bar, as soon as it gets into the yellow, you try and bring your weapon up to the aim, it will be all over the place. So the section commander keeps an eye on this. You do not start sprinting as a unit unless you're in danger or you're closing on an assault position. Prior to that, I would expect the section commander to get everybody down in defensive position and everybody rehydrate on his orders. That way, your stamina will increase at a far higher rate and you can actually sprint without losing any. So be aware of that. Any questions on single file?
Nope.
All good.
Okay. Next one, easy. If you stand there, as you are now, looking at me, you're in the next formation. This is called extended line. This is the assault formation. Ignore the spacings for now, because it all should be about 5 to 7 yards between each of you. The reason for the... Right, I didn't mention the reason for single file. Single file is a good formation to move rapidly across the battlefield, taking maximum use of any cover available. We usually do this along berms, through woods, along the side of hedge lines, so we are concealed as much as possible. Also, when you're looking ahead, you will always see the guy you're meant to be behind, so it's very, very easy to manage. Extended line is a little bit different. We use this when we're in an assault position, simply because the entire firepower of the section is facing in the same way. So if you need to lay down fire, advance by bounds, this will all be covered, or assault, you're in the ideal formation. Good points I've mentioned. Maximum firepower to the front. Bad things, no firepower apart from the end man to the flanks. So you've got to be able to have pinned or identified the enemy position before you go in this, or prep up ready for an assault. Any questions on extended line?
I don't have a question, but a bit of a request.
Go ahead.
Permission to be excused. I've got alternative arrangements for tonight.
Oh, that's it. Good. You're putting out for somebody again, are you?
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
poor
Nobby,
woman.
you're excused.
Thank you very much.
He doesn't want to
and,
get
good
pregnant,
luck,
that's
everyone.
why.
Right. The last one, which we have yet to use simply because it's not called,
User left your channel.
is the
User was
arrowhead
moved out of your
formation.
channel.
So, just to bring, Tommy, if you can advance to my location. And stop, okay. Next to, form up echelon, about here. And the other one on the other side. Now mirror that out to the left and right, so you are literally in a V formation. Okay, all face me. Right, arrowhead formation. We have yet to use it, but it's good to know it. This formation is used when you have to cover open country. Reason being is you're not sure where the enemy is. Reason for this formation, if you take fire from anywhere in the front hemisphere, when you go down, at least half the section is facing the direction of the fire, and the other section can move round. So you only use this if you're going through open ground and you're unsure of where the enemy are, apart from the fact they're somewhere in front of you. It's very good. You can put the gun group to one flank and have them move out. You can crawl into a line facing the enemy. As we try and avoid as much as possible from covering open ground, we will rather go through woods along a hedge line. It is very rarely used, but if the section commander calls arrowhead, you go out into that position. Any questions on arrowhead and the reason it's used? Good. Right. The last thing I'm going to cover on formations is the all-round defense. What happens when you halt? So, point man. Where's my point man? Traylock.
I'm here.
Okay, right. Traylock's here. Traylock in front, there's point man. Who was, Nobby was number 2 to somebody, I don't know who.
He was to me, to Commie.
He was number 2
at the
to
back.
Tommy. Okay, roger. Section commander and his number 2 here. We're just getting into single file for a moment. Radio operator and his number 2 here. That's good. Ill one, what are you doing standing out on your own?
I was with Strelok.
Okay, you get in behind him, you're number 2. Right, we're in extended line. Now I'm going to go forward and describe what happens first off. If the section commander is trying to check a map, move, look at what's going on, he's not going to be very successful doing any one of those 3 things. So it could be a case that he needs to go firm so he can check the map, report an enemy position, call in artillery fire, or any number of things that the section commander is responsible for. But it's pointless him standing up looking at his map in the middle of an open field. So he needs to go into all-round defence and halt the movement of the section. I will describe this and demonstrate what I'm doing at the moment. When the section commander calls all-round defence, the point man immediately gets down and faces towards the position of advance, the direction of advance. Each man following on behind him then forms out slightly to the left or slightly to the right, all the way around until you have created a clock face. Everybody's feet are facing into the middle. Everybody is looking out at an arc to check on the enemy. The section commander can then check the map while down, call in the artillery, coordinate with anybody else before he will ask you to get up and move. So the first thing we're going to do is practice getting down in all-round defence. So Straylock, move off, everybody else follow on. Okay, Straylock goes out. Section commander calls all-round defence. Straylock down. Everybody else come out. Again, you're forming a circle on the ground, so imagine it. So as you come in, all of you, right. Okay, that's quite a wide dispersion, but if you look around you to your left or right, use the left Alt key and just move your head. You'll see where everybody is. The idea is a circle, but a circle taking advantage of what cover there is. It may be down, it may be crouched. Once you're in this position, nobody can approach you unseen, and that's the whole idea. You see a problem, you yell out on squad comms, or TeamSpeak as we use here, to get everybody's weapons onto whatever threat there is. Once the section commander has finished doing whatever he is, he'll give the order, prepare to move. Now with prepare to move, it tells you, yes, we're about to get up, but it also gives you the opportunity to move your position slightly. If there's a German sniper or rifleman out there who saw everybody's heads disappear beyond a hedge, he's going to be aiming at the point he saw somebody go down. And if that man stands up exactly where he went down, guess what happens? Bang. To minimize that chance, everybody moves left or right, forward or backwards compared to whatever cover he's behind, so he does not stand up in the same position he went down in. All right? Once you've been given the opportunity to prepare to move, the section commander will then call move. Straylock, you stand up. Stand up. That's lying down. You begin to move off at a jog. Straylock's number 2 sees him gets up. You get up and follow on behind. Straylock, move off. Everybody sees their number, sees Sky pair in front, gets up and follows on. And you're back on the move. Okay, Straylock, do a U-turn, come back along the mud path to your, yep, that'll do fine. And back along the field. And when you reach me, please stop. Okay, the spacing is looking very good, guys, but then again, you're not new to the game. And Straylock, stop. Thank you very much. Right, are there any questions whatsoever on formations, their uses, or how to execute any of them?
One question here, Vask. It could be useful doing staggered down roads. That's always a handy go-to.
Stagger's excellent, but it requires the use of the Alt key. The stagger formation is file. We use single file. Basically, what you're using is two single file columns which are staggered. So one file, the man there is in between the guys on the left file. So right file, you get left file, then right file, left file, right file. Pretty much like a checkerboard. It's used in some games. It can be used here. It may be called for. It's down to the section commander. But it is a pig to actually stay in formation, because you're usually, if you're on the left, you're going to be looking out to the left to make sure nothing's going to keep up there. You also need to keep position with somebody on the right, which means as you move, you'll be going, looking to the left. Yep, the guy's still there, right forward, looking to the left. Guy's still there, looking forward. With things like track IR, if it was enabled in this game, I don't know if it is, it would be easy simply because you glance right without having to change your direction. If you want to use the Alt key, fine, you can do that too, but it means that you're spending a third of your time looking forward, a third of your time looking at the guy to your right who you're keeping formation on, and a third of your time looking left, which is your arc of responsibility for spotting the enemy. Yes, file is valid. Unfortunately, it gives us problems, but any section commander who wants to call it into file, more than happy to have you use it. It's a bit more difficult to manage. Engage, do you want to try that one?
No, I believe everyone will be able to manage that. It's 2 single files interspersed between each other. I think we'll have that.
Yeah.
But permission to speak?
Go ahead.
Permission to fall out?
Yep, you've got responsibilities.
No, I need a piss.
Yeah, all right. Okay, we'll take that as read. Anybody needing a piss does not need to ask permission. Just let us know, and we will actually hold off any more of the instruction. Right. Okay, that's everything I'm going to cover on movement. Now we can start getting to the fun stuff. Section attacks. Got a lot of firepower in the British infantry section, and if we use it correctly, we can overwhelm a smaller force of the enemy. If we're up against an equal force, we can also try it, but the casualties will be progressively higher. Biggest thing that you can offer to the section with regards to any attack is accuracy with your weapon of choice. So again, get on that range. Start knocking down targets at 200 and 300 meters with a standard Lee Enfield, or at 100 meters with single shot or bursts with an SMG. Now wait for Sergeant Morley to come back, and what we'll do is the first thing we're going to do is look at the flanking assault. And this particular football pitch is ideal for it. Okay, before we start, we've got plenty of time. If you need another drink, if you need a pee, do it now.
Vasco, I need to go at top of the hour.
Okay. I was going to ask, is anybody still away, but that would be stupid.
Hmm.
Right, we'll find out soon enough. Okay, gentlemen, turn to your left. Follow me down to the end of the football field.
2 are still away. Oh.
All right. Gun group on my position here over on the left. Okay, here. There we go. There we go. Right, lay down facing the opposite end of the football field. There we go. Give you separate. Rifle group. Again, lay down in your pairs facing the opposite end of the football field. Again, watch your spacing and stay in your pairs. All right, Stash, are you there down at the end?
No, I'm not.
I am.
But Murphy
Ah,
is.
that's all right. Great. Jump up and down. All right, guys, if you look down the end of the football field, range approximately 18 meters, there is a nasty German jumping up and down on the berm, taunting you. That will be the position that we are attacking. There will be, don't fire at him. There will be Germans behind that berm. Now we're going to do this once in slow time. In other words, we will practice the maneuver of the walk. Then we're going to do it in quick time, as if we were doing it for real, using ammunition and grenades. The third time, you're going to do it against an enemy who are going to shoot back. But before we do that, we want everybody to understand what's going on. The section attack is performed, is ordered by the section commander. Again, we're doing this in the open simply because you get a better idea. Murph, if you can get yourself safe, so if there is any fire coming at you, you don't get hit.
Yep. Behind the berm now. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
The section commander will give an order, a fire order, group, range, indication, type of fire. In this particular thing, the first thing he would call for is suppressive fire. In this case, section 80 meters, berm to our front, suppressive fire. Then okay, yeah, fire away, you're good. And stop. Ceasefire, ceasefire, ceasefire. The whole section, the whole idea is to keep the guys' heads down. Murph, did you catch a piece of that?
Yeah, but I was well behind the boom there, so must have gone through.
All right, okay, respawn, come back in. See, even suppressive
Good shooting,
fire.
guys.
The whole idea behind suppressive fire is you aim at the piece of cover aimed. Don't shoot into the bank, shoot at the top of the bank or any bushes along it. The whole idea is you sweep that line and stop the enemy from being able to put his head up at the top and shoot back at us. There's a good reason. Hang on, I'm just going to spawn an ammunition cart here. There we go.
When the car pops up, guys, just reload your weapons, grab some and get back into your original positions. Any second. There we go.
Thanks for ammunition if you need so. Be careful. Reload if you need to, back to your original positions. Now, as soon as the enemy has been suppressed, the section commander will order gun group continue suppression. So the gun group would continue hammering away with the Bren gunner. Rifle group. Yep, rifle group. In this particular case, roll right for right flanking attack. Now, what the hell is a roll right for a right flanking attack? I will show you. This is why we do it in slow time. The man on the furthest left of the rifle group, which is bloody blue tags.
Straylock.
Straylock, okay, Straylock. Everybody else is firing, by the way. Straylock, crawl back about 2 meters, directly backwards, facing the berm. Backwards is the other way.
Other way, Straylock.
No, turn round, face the berm. Don't want to show your ass to the enemy, and crawl backwards. As soon as you're back about 2 meters, stand up. turn right, and run behind the firing line. Stop here. Stop there, right. Next man to the left. You'll see him start crawling back. Just time it about 5 seconds and do exactly the same. Crawl back, stand up, turn to your right. Straylock, jog on, come with me. I'm here. Right, you are going to be sprinting. I'll take you as far as here, towards that berm. Stop here.
All of us go Strelok.
Yeah. Right, wait here. Once you're there, next man.
Is that your
Crawl
area, Lou? Just
backwards.
pleased to see me.
Turn right.
Let's go.
Stand up, turn right, and sprint behind the other two. Then the next man, and then the final man. The whole idea behind that is one, the rifle section is still laying down covering fire while this maneuver is taking place. Two, by moving back and moving behind the guys who are firing, you are not going to get shot. And the wholly, so if you imagine you've laid a piece of string on your keyboard. If you grab hold of the left-hand edge and pull it underneath to the right, the string will show how the maneuver is actually performed. Now, once that's done, you're not hanging about. This isn't a jog, you sprint. So, Straylock, follow me. Everybody else follow on at a sprint. The idea is to get down there as fast as possible and hit the enemy. Now, as you come over the berm, turn left because we're heading towards that berm the Germans are on. So we go down there as fast as possible. We've got the goalpost, and we get to about here and we stop. Section commander, are you clear over there, Murph?
Yeah, one sec.
Okay.
Go far away as possible.
Okay, by stopping here, section commander can call. Number 2s, prepare grenades.
I'm clear.
So anybody who's a number 2, perhaps a grenade. The berm, half left, throw. Throw the grenades. And throw the grenade each time you throw it.
Grenades out.
Right.
2 explosions and then we're in. At this point, we come around the berm because that's where the enemy are. Now I'm the first man. Second man comes round to my right. Next man goes round to his right, and we advance along the berm. Firing. Be careful, do not fire from directly behind the other person. You're suppressing him. So you fan out. Anywhere the enemy is, you absolutely muller. And then at the end of it, we fight through the position. We don't stop to teabag any kills. We keep going. Because the enemy like to do things like cool down fire on their other position, on their own positions. At the end of it, section commander will go down, or the point man. Everybody else goes into all-round defense. You do never stop to teabag your first kill, because if they're getting suppressed, the chances are they move. Perhaps a little way, perhaps across the road. By stringing out across the road as we go down, we're shooting into all the cover and suppressing them while killing them. If we see a target, great, we aim and fire. If not, we just keep the fire going to stop those guys' ability to shoot on us. Right, good all-round defense. Any questions? No questions at all?
Vasco, this may be covered, but I'll ask just in case it isn't. At what point does the gun team cease fire?
Which is what I come on to next.
Excellent.
Yeah, the gun group themselves have got a rather special job. They are suppressing the enemy, but eventually we're going to start coming behind that berm and they'll see us. So the gun group will shift fire. Now this is like chasing rats out of a drain pipe. Bren Gunner will see the guys go in and start shifting his fire to the left as he looks. So he's working his way along the berm. The other thing to note that if the Germans are going to run, the chances are they're going to run out of the left-hand side as he sees them, and he can keep engaging. He can continue doing that and be managed by the 2IC, or the section commander can call ceasefire, gun group ceasefire. But the gun group, again, are looking for anybody to break cover so they can suppress or kill them.
So a good cue for us would be the frags to start going left.
As soon as the frags come out. Now remember, if you're you can call number ones or number twos, it means half of you are going to throw frags. Because if we all throw frags and a German comes around the corner with an MP40, we're all standing there with a live grenade in our hand and nobody can fire back. So consider that half are prepping to throw grenades, half are covering the rest of the section. You call grenade when you throw it, simply because the section commander, we may have taken a casualty. He doesn't know how many number twos are behind him. He hears grenade called twice. He won't go until he hears the second bang. If there was a third grenade out there and he took the corner, grenades are equal opportunity weapons and you start taking out members of the section. We get the most casualties in this exercise at that point where we stop behind the berm, because somebody fluffs the grenade toss and we've got the medic going around trying to patch everybody else. Be very, very careful with these things. You can look along the berm. The guy on the left will throw far as to the left as he can. The guy on the right will drop it short, just on the other side of the berm. So throw it. You can throw grenades up to 50 meters with a 45-degree angle. If that's how far away it is, use it. But if it's shorter, just let it skim the top of the berm. But be very careful. You fluff it, you'll destroy the assault. Okay, follow me back and go back into your original positions. And again, back to the ammo truck. That's everybody to rearm.
Murphy, you might as well rearm.
Yeah. Gun group, you already done that?
Yeah, we didn't fire end at all, Baz.
Okay, no worries. Right, one thing with regards to the gun group and suppressive fire. There comes a point when the Bren gunner has to change magazines. Now we can all add fire, but once the Bren gunner's into his stride, it's a good idea to keep the other two waiting. Because as soon as the Bren gunner changes his magazine and calls magazine, the two riflemen take up the suppressive fire and lay down as much shit as they can along that berm. You're not pointing at a single point, you're pointing at basically the top of the berm, left to right, whatever, just to keep the suppression even. The moment the Bren gunner starts firing again, the two riflemen reload. The Bren gunner's doing the suppression, you're there to cover him and keep the suppression going when he's changing magazines. Any questions?
No, roger that.
All right, okay. So this time it's a live fire exercise. Get back in position. And this time we're doing it with all the bells and whistles and throwing grenades.
Copy.
Okay.
When he does number two's
Now,
call throw
section
grenades, you
commander,
throw yours as well, mate.
You can either rely on the individuals to start crawling back that when they start doing the right rolling attack, or you may want to just call out. Left man go. Next man go. I'm going. Next man go, and count them into it. Or you can trust that they will get the timing exactly right. It's very much down to you. So in this time, engage. Are you more than happy to actually take command of this exercise?
I think I've got a good grasp on the commands, yep.
Right, okay. Right, gentlemen, there will be no enemy. Lie down. Again, we're doing this in the open, simply so everybody can see what's going on. I'm going to go in Shift B and float over you all. Also means I won't be caught by any grenades. So, Murph,
Clear.
stay safe. Okay, Engage just disappeared. Why did he disappear?
Disconnected.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh,
Good time.
perfect timing.
Yeah. Hold positions,
Regress.
guys. We'll wait for Engage to get back in. Sorry about this. So
Take it that
again,
he'd just been shot and the 2IC has to take over.
yeah, we'll go, but we're not quite ready for that yet.
Right, I scream, fix bayonets and charge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't like 'em up 'em, you know.
Alright, okay, let's wait for Engage to get back in. But is it all making sense so far?
Yeah.
Do you think this is stuff you can use in game?
Yeah, for sure.
Good. Go and grab another beer from the fridge, whatever you need to do.
Just wondering if he's had a system crash.
What?
Yeah, it sounds like the whole thing fell out.
Yeah.
Straight up, if that's teabagging,
This is stretching my leg.
you're a lying git.
I was watching you through the binoculars.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm hovering above you and watching
User joined
exactly
your
what
channel.
you're doing.
He's back.
Here he is.
Right, apologies for that. My entire PC just decided to lock up,
We just saw.
and all I got
Yeah.
was like the last second of whatever you said was just on repeat.
No, that's all right. We're all here waiting for you to come in.
Roger, I'll
No
be
excuses,
a
you know
minute.
what he was saying then.
Yeah, that's all right. Should be able to spawn in at the truck.
Yeah, I'll spawn in and just drive over, speed up.
While we're waiting, can I get permission to give Shoshin's top tip of the day?
Yes, Shoshin's top tip of the day. Go ahead.
Ooh.
It better be better than the
Shoshin's
moo cow.
top tip of the day. So, boys, if you're running, let's say you got a system and you can hit 100 FPS in PS, but it's very unstable. Top tip of the day: limit your FPS. Don't use VSync; it's shocking. Use something like MSI Afterburner, and limit your FPS to a lower level so it's more stable. You will have a much better game all round and kill lots more people and die less. Top tip of the day.
Oh, it was serious.
Say, Shoshin, could you actually put a post in Discord Post Scriptum channel with a link to that particular piece of software, please?
Yeah, of course I can. If anyone needs a hand setting it up, let me know and I will do it with you.
I was expecting more moo cow there for a sec.
Yeah, that's right. I was just going to say.
I do a mean sheep, but I'm not going to lie, it's not on the same level as the moo cow.
No.
Dangerous to do when a
Good.
Welshman's in the channel, mate. Dangerous.
Yeah.
I'll just hear the word limit FPS.
Indeedy.
That's even a thing.
Yeah,
Right,
stay locked,
it's like
stay
that.
still. Don't force me to deploy the high explosive Ritalin.
I slum it at 90 in Postscriptum. It's horrible.
My computer already.
All right,
limits
that was
my
the most
FPS on it.
inverse form of bragging I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've just noticed on net to bootnet, I've just would the brain gonna have a bayonet on his uniform?
No, probably
wouldn't.
not.
There's no need. The thing was heavy enough as it was for a club.
Yeah, there we go. £28 fully loaded. Here comes Engage.
Yeah, I doubt they would have a
Quick
bayonet.
question for if I ever play Bren. In this situation, on this manoeuvre, I personally would use full auto burst fire. Is that correct, or should we be doing something else?
The Bren gun, having fired it when I was in the Territorial Army, I was the Bren gunner. Bursts of 3 to 5 rounds, not fully automatic.
Yeah.
Reason being, it's more controlled, and you will make a magazine last longer. They will be suppressed. There's a gap. Next, another 3 to 5 round burst. You've got 30 rounds in that magazine. Make them count, because after a full section assault, you'll be very low on ammunition. You will need to resupply. So at the end of the exercise, I'll ask you how many magazines you've got left. Right, Engage. You're settled and happy?
Always.
Right, Murph, again, move out a bit. You don't want to get hit. There are grenades going to be thrown.
He is on a safe spot.
I'm in a ditch.
All right, okay. So, again, upon your orders, engage. Exercise commences.
Right, Roger. So we've come along. We've set up the position. We see the burn in front of us.
Correct.
Section. Burn to the east, 80 meters. Suppressing fire.
I am being so much suppressed.
Hold then. Assault team. Wheel
Magazine.
On. Strelok, you go first. Lil one.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Keep running to the road. Melcher.
Ah, sorry.
Mel.
Magazine.
Yeah, yeah. Control.
Don't.
Back you come.
Yeah, yeah. Struggle.
Commie, you go.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Gun team, maintain
Magazine.
steady suppressing fire. Just a slower rate. Alright, Strelok, hold position.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Number 2's ready your grenades.
Magazine.
Grenades ready.
Drink, Commie.
Oh shit, grenade.
Red. Oh,
What the fuck?
I didn't get the bloody.
Reloading.
Left,
let's try that again. One more load of grenades ready.
Magazine.
On the last explosion, let's go.
Grenade out.
Grenade.
Right, Strelok, make a
Reloading.
move.
Alright, you're going in front of the gun, not behind.
Gun group, adjust fire.
Magazine.
Reloading.
Don't shoot me.
Don't shoot the actual German, shoot the burn.
You know what? Keep moving forward. You're firing behind Melcher. Same with you, Commie. For the line.
Magazine.
Don't fire from behind the guy. You'll
Mag.
hit him.
Right, gun group, hold fire.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Fight through the position, guys, all the way.
And all round defense on me. I'll face the front. And Commie, you watch the rear.
Right. And exercise ends. At this point, section commander, you call for casualties, call ammunition states, get your medic to start picking up anybody who went down in the assault. If your medic went down, you can call him forward. The last thing you will do, of course, is to bring the gun group up to your position while you cover them. Any questions?
Anyone need a little prick?
Oh, I'd love a little prick.
Already got one.
Already got one, yeah.
Always
guys.
cursed with a dong.
Okay, quick question. Bren Gunner, how many magazines do you have remaining?
2.
2 out of 9. Guys, that's how much fire it takes, which is why these exercises and the attacks in game need to take place as fast as possible. So, engage, get your guys back in a line. Everybody resupply. Now we're going to do it live.
Back we go!
Yeah.
There will be 2
Right,
enemies.
next time, if
They
we
have
see the Germans,
automatic
yeah, shoot
weapons.
them.
If you
Yeah, we
mess
do.
up those grenade tosses like you did last time, they'll be waiting for you to come round that corner.
Yeah, I just need a bit more pauses between grenade ready and grenade throw. Wait for my throw command.
Mine didn't cock the first one. That's the problem. With it.
Right. Okay.
Lame excuse.
Let me just come out of here so I can move this truck.
But getting back to what you said earlier,
biggest
Borley,
problem I've had
about
on this exercise.
whether I had a bayonet, I would carry
When
one
I
as a
say
personal
go,
weapon.
The first
just you
person
personally,
the
Boots, is
German
it?
shoots is me.
But you're a bootneck, so you would have the commando dagger, not bayonet. You're just
Well, it'd be a six
Let's
airborne,
stabbing
yeah.
people with the neck.
Yeah, but still, I'd still have a bayonet.
During the next assault, Milk,
Right.
you just hang
Well,
last man being the medic,
Yeah,
alright?
the GPMG,
Yeah, no worries,
I
buddy.
never carried that bayonet because it was fucking
Yeah.
useless.
No, no,
Okay,
we
gentlemen.
still carried
This one,
the. Well, I personally carried one.
comms
I had
tight,
a pistol
comms
instead.
tight. This next exercise,
No,
you're
we
going to
didn't
be
have
doing
pistols in
this
my
from
day.
cover. So if you turn 180 degrees, you will see a hedge line with an instructor bouncing around. This will be your start position. So gun group on me. Again, the happy jumping. Sten gunner.
70.
This will be left of the line. So the gun group will perform from here to the left-hand side of this tree. You'll call forward into the bushes because otherwise when we say go, you'll be spotted and the Germans will shoot you. Rifle group sets up position along this hedge line. Engage, organise them as you see fit. I'm going to go shift P.
Roger. Strelok, pick your position, we'll peel off you.
Right, I will fire 1 round and then...
I would say about here, Strelok. Just here, we're going in a line.
Are we
General
going through
Friends,
to
just
the
while
forward
that's
bush
setting
or
up,
the
could
second
you
one?
confirm if you can see me clearly or not? I am right of the ammo crate.
Yeah, can you move further right, Jim? Because
I can see
Yeah.
you. I can see you from above, but Shoshin, because you're well clear of cover.
it would put
Okay, so
me
you go
right
forward to the
behind the
front
ammo
line,
crate and I
like
wouldn't be able to
to,
see anything.
Yeah.
How'd
Right.
that?
Everyone ready?
Okay, wait. Engage. Check your fire team are happy.
Oh yeah, but who was asking before him? Melch, was that you?
Yeah, I was just saying, are we going to push forward to that front hedge line, or are we going to stay right behind the second one?
Oh, we're going to stay behind it. Because like you say, sprinting through it is a no-no.
Yeah, which is fine.
Strelok,
Good
I'm going to have to
call by
rely
the
on you
section
just to
commander.
sprint to the far side, avoiding as many bushes so we can get to the path as quick as possible. There's actually quite a little quick path to it.
Alright.
Okay, Engage, are you ready?
Yep, we're good to go.
Dash, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is live fire. You will take casualties. Don't let it throw you. Right.
Make sure to stay low, fire group.
Exercise starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, burn, pressure, get some suppression on it. Gun group, tell me when you're set up and you're laying your suppressing.
Suppressing. Magazine.
Right, assault group, back we go, peel left.
One down.
Strelok, you first.
Reloaded.
Right, everyone follow him along together so we can speed
Magazine.
this up.
Move in.
Moving.
This is good, this is good, let's go. Two's
Magazine.
Reloaded.
Right, assault team's in position now. Number 2's ready, nades.
Magazine.
Grenades ready.
Ready.
Nades ready. Throw grenades.
Grenade!
Enemy grenade!
Down.
I'm wounded.
Injured.
Still alive,
Yes,
press
still
the
alive.
assault.
More
Reloading.
grenades, guys.
Magazine.
Keep that fire up.
Reloading.
And exercise ends.
There's another
I mentioned
grenade.
this. We have more casualties because of the badly thrown grenade than anything else, including the Germans.
That was a German grenade that got us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Gun
so.
group medic, come on down, pick these guys up.
I was the only one who survived the grenade barrage, was?
Shin will need you to come up.
Whoever killed me was that was pretty well done.
That was
I
just
died
you, Shin.
instantly.
I'll lead.
There we go. As I said, be careful with the grenades.
Yeah, no, it's I mean,
That's
the
all right.
Germans know a
Did
predetermined
whoever
assault
threw
point.
it, what happened? Were you shot at the point that you threw it? Did you
No,
drop it?
Vask.
No,
Vask.
it was a German
It was
grenade.
a German
Vasco.
grenade was thrown at our assault point,
Roger.
which
Okay,
I know
Stash.
could happen.
Yeah?
That's a no-no.
Oh.
Told you the whole idea
So look, let
for
me hear
you
you.
to provide opposition, not to basically increase your kill count of students.
Jen,
I
over here.
still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. Well, don't do it again.
What the
Coming.
hell? It's a massacre.
Understood.
German.
Yeah, I'm mate.
And I'm back.
Right. Things like this
Shin, I'll
happen.
get the rest of them.
I got a quick question just on the game itself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does like the graphics setting affect the foliage distance, like rendering sort of thing? Because I can obviously see all you lot lie down in a field with no grass in front of you. So is
One
that
second.
the same for you, for me?
No, we can't see you at all.
Ah,
Shane,
The graphics play a huge unfair advantage to whoever doesn't bother using them.
Shane,
oh, so if I
when
load all my
you go
graphics
into that
at bare
situation again, your best bet is to treat the other medic first. Then
Yeah,
the two
copy
of you
that.
can do the rest.
Yeah, the idea is you've got to be able to recognise which one's the medic. He's got to
I think he's
trying
gone.
to
I'm
think.
calling it.
Yeah, he is gone.
Bottom
There's a
square
face of a
backpack.
mulched
What
man.
else has he got on him?
There's a red
His
cross
name.
on his back.
Who's that? This guy,
Right,
yeah?
back we go, guys. Back to position.
The dead guy.
No, I was medic. I'm fine. I'm here.
Ah, right.
Okay. Right, if
You can
you
see him.
head back, Dash, you are denied use of grenades. In fact, next time I'll make you use a pistol.
Oh.
That gives him an advantage.
Only if he puts it in his mouth and squeezes the trigger.
Oh, please.
Ooh.
Can't be that easy.
By the way, gun group, you did very well. You actually killed one of the two defending Germans with your covering fire.
Yeah, I
I
didn't even
told
see
my
it.
Well done.
Neck.
I
Hey?
told him to stay down.
No,
Yes,
probably
I,
one of the
I may
rifles.
have I may have shot him in the head.
Yeah, I wasn't even above the berm. Got shot straight through the berm.
Yeah,
No,
no, you,
that's
you were
it.
clear. I had clear
the
eyes
first
when you did.
few inches of the top of the berm won't stop a bullet. And it's even worse with a 50 cal. You can shoot through there, providing you don't aim too far down. So when you're using a berm for cover, don't just be behind the tip of it. Get down as far as you can.
Oh, I was
Yeah, I
trying
mean,
to shoot you.
just as a point to note, yeah, I had a clear shot on that German that I got,
Roger.
Oh, you can.
and I was lying down.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't even above the berm.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You got to go a bit further than you think.
Right. Okay, engage. Sort your guys out.
Oh, let's sort
Dash,
positions again.
empty your pockets. Anything explosive I want on my
This time, Strel, just try and shoot over the
Never.
bush. Don't go forward. And when we peel, we just immediately
thing
run
is,
to where
you
we
know
are now.
which way they're coming, so you can lie in wait of them. I saw exactly where you were. So stay behind the berm. Do not disappear beyond the other side of the road.
Especially you're already in position.
very
Can you see where you're shooting?
Am I allowed to visit the other side of the road if they throw grenades and I hear the bang?
Providing you don't
I
get
guess they
step
can.
off the road, you can stay anywhere between that berm and the other side of the road.
Just don't preempt.
Stop. That's a step back. That's as far as you can go.
There's no cover here.
I know.
Everyone would.
Stash, it's practice, mate. Otherwise, I would have run through the left of the trees and you'd have never seen us.
Yeah. All right. This is just to get the orders combination and the manoeuvres set in the guys' minds. Okay, engaged. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we're good to go.
I've got to go, guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Sean.
Okay.
Cheers,
Cheers,
Marlo.
dude.
So
Wally.
German behind the goalpost. I've
I'll be
got
back
a clear
after, though.
headshot on you where you are.
User disconnected from your channel.
Now you're good. Your guy to your right, 1, 2, 3. Now you're good, boys.
Okay, guys. Germans, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, exercise begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, come across. Suppressing enemy on the burn to the east. Suppressing fire. Strel off. Peel off. Leave the assault.
Moving.
Magazine.
Right, assault team moving.
Loading.
L1, go.
Moving.
Reloading.
Okay, moving.
Magazine.
That's my
Keep the
moving.
suppression fire steady.
Keep moving, guys.
Reloading.
What the hell's going on with
Magazine.
bloody...
Right, number 2's primary grenades.
Grenade ready.
Guys, you got to sprint. It's pointless dawdling at the back. Move.
It's bloody bugs when I get my grenade out.
Yeah.
Yeah, roger. Alright, throw grenades.
Grenade out.
Magazine.
Grenade.
And let's
Why
get
would
round
you
to the
throw the
assault.
grenade? It's not letting me throw the grenade. Oh well.
Roger,
never
assault
mind.
the position. Fire team,
Magazine.
change angle of fire.
Reloading.
Gun team, hold fire.
Ceasefire.
All round defence on me now. Attack finished.
Yep, exercise ends. Much better that time, guys. One thing I would say is sprint.
User joined your
The
channel.
rear two markers were well away from the rest of the assault force, which were well down the path before you caught up.
Yeah, what happened
Somebody
then?
had a problem trying to get the grenade out.
No, when I
Get
pulled the grenade
till
out,
you get down there.
when I was pulling the grenade out, it wouldn't let me move with it. So
Christ, yeah, that's a
I had a bit
bug.
of a bug with it.
Right.
So what are people up to?
The line, as it went across the enemy position, was a lot better. We didn't have one person firing over the shoulder of the guy in front. But Engage was out well in front. Try and spread out a bit more because they could be in the gully on the other side of the road or that foliage. So sweep forward in as wide a line as you can to capture anything in front. Right. Okay, gentlemen, resupply and get back to your start positions. Any question on the flanking attack?
User left your channel.
I got a question for the obviously assaulting section. I'm German,
Yep.
obviously. Could you see my head again? I was crouched down, well behind the berm, just firing just over the trees. As soon as the assault began, I died.
I didn't see
a
anyone
graphics
shoot, I just
thing,
shot.
or
No, I just shot straight into the bush where we were assaulting. Anyone else actually see Germans shoot?
oh, mate.
No.
Oh,
I think
no,
we
my
were just
head
seeing
is
a random.
higher up than what I think it is.
Right.
Quick question for the Germans: the initial suppression when you got the Bren and the rifle team firing, was that effective?
Oh yeah, he killed me straight away.
No, putting aside the kill, just in terms of you can't get up.
Yeah. Stash was the one
yeah,
left alive.
It went very black very quickly.
Nice.
It was it was very
Yeah.
effective.
Who threw the second grenade that went off?
We all were throwing grenades then. I think I
And
threw a
three
second
grenades
one.
went in. I saw one landed reasonably close to you.
Yeah, that one wounded me to the point I had to fix myself up. Which actually caused you to have no casualties. Because by the time I got my weapon back up, I was dead.
Okay. Right.
I was actually throwing gammon bombs.
So good throw on that point.
Alright. Okay, gentlemen, go back to the starting positions in open ground. The next thing we're going to do is the frontal assault. The idea behind the flanking assault is basically you take away the enemy's ability to maximize their fire against you. And by coming in from the side, especially if they're suppressed, they will have a hard time actually seeing you through the toilet roll tube that is held to the eye, which is all they can see with regards to suppression. And every time another bullet cracks over their head, their foresight jumps, which means that they can't particularly do it well. So, use that attack simply because it keeps the majority of men in cover up until the point of assault. And then that's when you actually kick off within grenade range. The frontal assault is used when there are no other options, or it's a fast assault against a single or two enemies who have just appeared to your front. So, if everybody would like to lay down facing the berm.
Just got to jump out for a moment, Vasco. I'll just move out of the way.
No worries. Again, gun group on the left-hand side, we'll keep them there for now. Again, keep an eye on your spacing, guys. Now in this one, I'll demonstrate. What we will be doing is attacking by bounds, and it's another point. That's interesting.
Well, just taking appropriate cover when going prone.
No, I'm just looking at that sandbag. Usually it's a line. Is that a new sandbag formation?
No, it's the weird one the sapper only gets.
All right.
Instead of the bag, he gets a stupid prone one. It's entirely useless in any game. But it looks cool.
Okay. In this particular case, again, enemy is in exactly the same place. They are spotted when you're going to do a frontal assault. Now this is where the number 1s and number 2s come down. So it's the same start. Section commander calls suppressive fire, everybody lets loose. And then you will allow assault by bounds. Number 1s prepare to move. Everybody who's a number 1 will shift over slightly and get ready. Number 1s move. Number 1s get up, sprint straight at the enemy, putting in little jinks left and right so they can't get a clear shot, and then go down. Now the section commander can either use the word command down or count 10 paces. And what you should have is a line of guys laying down, putting suppressive fire on that berm in a line approximately where I am. The next command is number 2s, prepare to move. Number 2s move, while the number 1s are suppressing, move. They also sprint forward, but they pass the number 1s for about another 10 paces and drop. Just try
Comedy for this, you're a number 2, Strelok, you're number 1.
Turnip said in the Danish army, what they used to say is, I'm up, he can see me, I'm down. And that's how they timed the actual berm. So just having a look at that from my point of view. The short sprint. I'm up. He can see me. I'm down. When you say it slowly.
Shane. Sorry, Baz. Shane, you stay with the gun group.
I thought we was doing a whole section. Okay.
No, it's all right. It depends on whatever said. We can bring the gun group forward as well. So it depends. If the section commander goes, gun group continue to suppress, rifle group, assault in bounds, number 1s prepare to move, move, down, number 2s prepare to move, move, pass through the number 1s, get a distance, down. Once you've done that a couple of times, we're well within grenade range. So the next time it comes, number 1s prepare to move and throw grenades. Move. Number 1s get up. Sprint forward, zigzagging slightly. Get within grenade range. Prep grenades, I'm not going to throw it, and toss the grenades straight over the top of the berm while the number 2s are firing in between them. As soon as the grenades go off, depending on what the section commander wants to do, in. Everybody goes in firing, and you actually go across the top of the berm after the grenades go. Now, that's the theory. Now we're going to practice it. I'll call the drill first off. And on the live fire exercise without enemy, engage, we'll call it. So get yourself along the back line. In this one, gun group, you'll be asked to suppress throughout the engagement. Now what you'll actually find is your arc of fire is going to be severely narrowed as they get further down the line until you can no longer suppress. Switch fully left or cease fire.
Copy.
Choice is yours, all right?
Yeah, copy that.
So I'm going to use the word of command down so we can get the distances right. So again, you needn't fire on this particular one. Gun group, continue to suppress. Rifle group, prepare to assault by bounds. Number 1s, prepare to move. Number 1s, move. Number 1s, down, suppress. Number 2s, prepare to move. Move. Sprint, don't crouch. Down. Number 1s, prepare to move to within grenade range and assault with grenades. Number 2s, continue to suppress. Number 1s, prepare to move. Move. And at this point, grenades would be thrown. What do we say? Number 2s, prepare to move for the assault. Move. Now as the number 2s run up, and again you're sprinting, go a beam number 1, everybody in. Everybody goes. Can you clear that berm? There are enemies. So as you come over, you fire. Doesn't matter if you've got a target. Just get those bullets down in there.
You want some drugs?
All right. But it really is a case of in. You will take casualties, but that's the nature of the game. Right. Any questions on that? Excuse me. Was that you, Straylock? You just shot a German?
No, I didn't shoot. I swear I didn't
I
shoot.
saw a blood spray.
I didn't shoot anyone.
All right. Everybody back at the far end. We're going to do it live fire. Germans, get yourself safe.
Safe or aiming
User
straight
joined
at
your channel.
Straylock's head?
Straylock's dead.
No.
What?
Aiming straight at his head.
Yeah, I saw a blood spray and heard a pistol shot.
Make sure you're fully
armed, guys.
Doesn't matter.
I'm an
Get
idiot
down.
and I didn't.
All right. You happy to actually command this one, Engage?
Yeah, I believe so.
Roger. Okay, this is live fire without an enemy.
Oh, without an enemy? Oh.
Without an enemy. No,
You guys
this
aren't
is just
shooting
a
us just
dry
yet.
run. Okay. Germans, get yourself somewhere safe.
I am safe.
Are we a man down?
Okay,
we're
the
a few men
Germans are
down.
safe. Okay, engage.
Okay,
Carry
copy.
on.
Roger. Gentlemen, to the burn to the east of us, suppressing fire. Assault team, assaulting by clowns. Number 1, prepare to move. Move.
Magazine.
Number 1's down. Number 2's prepare to move. Move.
Reload.
Magazine.
Number 2's down. Number 1's move into grenade assaulting positions. Prepare to move. Move.
Reload.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Magazine.
As soon as the grenades go off, number 2's follow in. Throw grenades now.
Oh,
Reload.
Number 2's move.
Magazine.
Assault the position. I want to hear your
Holding
war
fire.
cries.
Holding fire.
All units, ceasefire, ceasefire.
End of exercise. Excellent.
Lovely.
Again, some people was taking more like a Sunday stroll than running. Straight up, you were all over the place, but you got there in the end. Grenades. Look where you're throwing the grenades because you're not actually clearing the berm.
That
Also,
was the grenadier, just couldn't get
Yeah,
him.
it was me firing.
Yeah, that's all right. Throw the grenades over the top of the berm. It means you've got to lift your eyes up away from the target. to get the
Little one,
elevation
you've got
you
throwable
need.
grenades, haven't
Apart
you?
from that, good. Right.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it live. Rearm.
Roger.
Get in
Hang on 2
position.
seconds.
Can you guys clear out the barn so I can test out the range of the grenadier?
Yeah, it's throw to
Is that
the
a
north.
rifle grenade?
Yeah, it is a rifle.
Don't use a rifle grenade, use a thrown grenade. Rifle
You'll fly
grenades have got
straight
too
over.
flat a trajectory.
Yeah,
So
Strelok, for
you're
the
going
next
to hit
one.
the berm or clear the berm and send it
I only
about
have game
30
on
meters
bombs.
beyond.
Engage.
Yeah, no,
Say something?
Yeah, what I'm about to say, Strelok, you and Little One, just swap places with 1 and 2. So, Little One, you're going to be number 1. Strelok, you're going to be number 2. Just for the sake of this exercise, so we can have thrown grenades.
Good idea.
Yeah, Straylock does, in fact, should have. You got a couple of grenades or just one grenade?
He's the grenadier, so he has rifle grenades.
Yeah.
Which, again, would be ideal if he was doing it from range.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Strelok, this time, you're a number 2. And Little One's going to be number 1. That's all.
Got it.
Okay, you want to do it from there or get behind the hedges?
We're going to crawl forwards, haven't we? Normally we'd come through position.
Sorry.
What? Yeah, let's start in the bushes. Let's pretend that we've actually coming onto the point.
Simple fact is, if the Germans do get their heads above the parapet, boot next shin, include you, you may need to drop back, otherwise you're in the open.
Okay. Boot. Yeah.
Okay, Germans, get in position. Engage, sort them out, let me know when you're ready to go.
Yeah, roger. Commie just a little bit more to your right, mate.
Confirm. Asco.
Yes.
Alright, that's good.
I'm logging in right now.
Okay.
Bill, just put a little bit more time between your bursts, just a touch.
Okay.
Right, gun group, you guys good to go?
Yep.
Shoot.
Let's go.
Okay, Germans, you good to go?
Yep.
Roger,
Dash,
we're all
you
ready.
Good to go?
Ready?
Okay. Right, exercise begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Burn to the east of us, needs suppression fire right now. Assault group will be assaulting in bounds after we clear the hedge. Strelok, go down there, mate. Form a line here. Right, number one's prepared to move.
Magazine.
Move now. Number one's down. Number two's prepared to move. Move now.
Magazine.
Right, number one's prepared to move into grenade range. Move now.
Reloading.
Can't switch to grenades, but...
Keep running, little run. You're crouching there.
Oh,
Fire left, left, left.
Right, get the grenades in.
Magazine.
head out.
Oh.
On the second grenade, number two's move in now. An assault position. Gun group, hold fire. And finish attack.
And exercise ends. The grenades were well thrown. They took out the enemy before you arrived. L1, you're a little bit slow off the mark in the assault.
Yeah.
One guy goes over the top on his own. There's only one target. We need to get as many people over as possible to confuse the Germans.
Yeah.
Yeah, little one, I saw you were stuck in crouch.
Yeah, it does happen, believe you. A little tap on the space bar will get you upright.
Right.
Even if you do a little skip, makes yourself look cool.
Right. Okay. Are you happy with the assault by bounds?
I think we're all pretty clued in.
Any questions?
I'm going to have to shoot Vaz, sorry.
That's all right. Bernard is in. We can use him. What position were you?
Bren Gunner.
Roger. Okay. Mr. Bernardi, can you despawn, grab a Bren gun? Your skills in that department are going to be needed.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Boot.
Okay, pleasure. I'll
Love you,
speak to you. If I don't speak to you before, I'll see you all Sunday.
See you, Boot.
Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Right, because we've been at this exercise for
Disconnected.